Your hair's proper long now at the front, isn't it?
Getting cut tomorrow, thankfully. It's just like, it's hanging out the sides. Turkey meatballs. I was used to this a few days ago, and then don't know what happened, and stuck the meat.
You were fasting. That's what was happened.
Oh, there you go. So I stuck the meat in the freezer. So turkey meatballs. It's a slightly different recipe. Recipe's not quite finished yet, but it will be in the funnel very, very soon. Worked out the macros on it. Obviously, it's fine. The actual meatballs themselves are only a couple of grams of carbs. So I'm going to make it all in here because it's easier to get the actual meatball paste done in here. I'm using 2/3, 3/4 of a linseed bread roll. You could, if you wanted, just use golden linseeds in it, or any of the breads that you want to make a bit of a breadcrumb. I did think I've got some pork scratchings in the cupboard, and I would blitz them, but you wouldn't be a fan. But for me, I would blitz some pork scratchings in this, and it would give a tiny bit of a texture and crunch on the way through. Mr. Morrison has joined us, so that's going to get it blitzed a little bit more. But I'm actually going to add all of the other ingredients into there as well. Hi, Pat. Afternoon. Right, so. Ooh.
How much did you just drop?
About 1/4 of a.
So you.
It's a big chunk.
Use up the spare.
I'm just going to use the spare. And what else is going in this? Hang on, my phone's on there. Honestly.
You're not very prepared.
Recipe. Right, garlic. That's what I'm trying to work out the herbs.
Hi, Chantel.
So 3 decent garlic cloves I'm putting in this. 1. Feels a bit strange out there today, doesn't it? Wet, miserable, but muggy.
It was awful this morning, wasn't it? So humid.
Just muggy, horrible. Roads are really greasy.
I came out of the gym at the back garden and I was really shocked because it was warmer outside than it was in the room.
It's the only herb that actually grows crazy in the garden. So I've got loads of fresh sage, but
love sage.
Like about 2 weeks ago when we had all of that heat, it basically died, and then suddenly it rained and it's all back. Everything's back. Right. So in here I have got breadcrumbs, shallots, garlic, sage. You could do this in a big bowl and mix it all together, or let that do the work. Got quite a good paste in there. We add a bit more. So this is parsley. Just going to add some of the seasoning to it. Just needs a quick mix. Don't really need to take this off the stalk. I'm just going to get a handful. Fresh parsley. I need to weigh this mozzarella. This
Parmesan, as Louis says.
Out. Yeah. Right, so that's 25 grams of Parmesan, and I'm going to put 15 grams of sour cream. It's going to be a dollop.
Yeah, it's just normally a 1 spoon, really, isn't it?
Rock salt, ground. So you can do all of that by hand and mix it yourself, or get a machine and get it to do it for you. So this is sort of like 3 portions, 3 biggies, 4 sort of normal
3 of our
size.
portions
Yeah,
of Louis.
I mean, you know, the 3 of us will eat this tonight. But again, on 4 portions, it'll work out about 35 grams of protein, so it's perfect. Only a couple of grams of carbs. So I'm going to be using coconut cooking oil.
Cooking what oil?
Coconut cooking
You
coconut.
you said one word twice there, and I can't.
Coconut cooking coconut.
Oil.
It won't need much. Yeah, it won't need much. So the coconut cooking oil, has no flavour, no scent. So it's a great one to use when you sort of cooking something like turkey. It's got quite a mild flavour. Actually, it feels quite bready. which is quite weird. Right, so that's one portion.
One giant meatball.
Yeah, I mean Louis would love that.
Christmas 2020.
Yeah, that's true.
Stuffing and turkey mixed up into one.
Yeah. That's the
Wrap it in
right.
bacon, you've added pigs in blankets.
There we go. So we've got 4 equal portions, but they are definitely holding together really well. Yeah, perfect.
So what,
Okay.
what have you got at the back? Savoy.
I'm just going to sort of,
Savoy,
like slice up cabbage and leeks
Nice.
to go underneath this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm going to make a sauce in here. So that's the.
Oh.
Yeah. So this isn't just your normal meatball recipe.
Is this a keto and spice recipe?
This is, yeah, this is a new one.
Teaser.
Yeah, this is a new one. There's a little bit of lifting there, but not much. Right. Turn them down. So I'm going to make a little bit of a creamy sauce. So it's a creamy dill sauce to go with this. So it'll be over the meatball. So it's a light sauce to go with a light meat. Now, I don't have any chicken stock made. I don't have any vegetable stock made. So I'm going to be using that one. So, yes, Keto Police, this one will have in. In fact, this one, what's this one got in? It's got a bit of potato starch in this one. However, I'm going to use 10 grams, which is going to be, and this is calculated within the recipe already, 10 grams, it'll be 3 grams of carbs in total. So this entire dish, including the sauce, is still only 2 grams of carbs per portion.
I take it that's not including the cabbage.
No, not including the cabbage, no, that's the extra bit. There we go, 10 grams.
That was a good guess.
Yeah. Okay. So I've got them browned. They're on a lowish heat. I'm only adding a couple hundred mils of water. I don't need too much. I'm not even going to add it all in straight away.
Carol says I love that as a drink.
Oh yeah. So I've added about half of it. Just going to let the meatballs just simmer away in that, and then I'm going to take the meatballs out, finish off the sauce. So the sauce we finished off with, the rest of this, 30 grams of mascarpone to make it into a sort of like a creamy sauce, and I've got some fresh dill. In it goes. So it'll be a nice white, light sauce. If you want, you can add a bit more parmesan in there. We'll probably sprinkle it over the top, but that'll be actually with the green. It's going to be quite a pale looking dish. So I've got about 200 grams of leek and 300 grams of sweetheart cabbage, which is effectively about 15 grams of carbs between the three of us. And I've got some asparagus there as well that I'm going to sort of cook off. So pan frying these be an extra sort of 5-6 grams of carbs. It's under 10 grams this dinner.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, smell good. They're just very, very gently bubbling away. Don't want to make it too fierce, otherwise it might actually break up the meatballs. So if you do turkey meatballs, and actually the same with the pork meatballs, because they are lower fat naturally, they can tend to dry out a little bit, which is why cooking them like this, giving them a little bit of a sauce to cook in, or stock to cook in, stop them from being quite dry. I don't want to rush this, but I don't want to take them out just yet. In fact,
what are you waiting for?
I'm just going to let it reduce a little bit. Yeah, no, actually they're done, because the turkey mince doesn't take long to cook.
Oh, you're doing him in butter.
I'm I'm treating them to some real butter.
Oh, salted butter as well.
Butter,
wow.
yeah. Got about 20 grams. About 20 grams of salted butter in the wok behind me, so I can pan fry that lot. It won't take long. Let's have this up while we're here.
So is that now on the highest heat?
I've just turned it up to the highest heat because I'm going to sort of boil the sauce. It's actually going thick. I don't know if you can see that in the centre here. It starts to go a little bit thicker naturally.
It's weird how it's focused in a circle.
Yeah. Look how neat that is.
Are you proud of yourself?
I am. Look, 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 look. Right, so we've got all the scraggly bits of the meatballs in there. Obviously, you've got to make sure they're properly cooked. Well, chef gets to taste.
So what does that mean? 5 each now? 15 meatballs. Are we eating them all for dinner?
No.
Okay, so 5 each. It's a nice round number. I thought you were eating out of my portion because
really
that's what
moist.
normally happens.
Really moist. Right, okay.
Helen says, great to see UK keto info and recipes. Thank you. Thank you.
So, time to get this down to a sauce. So that's the rest of the stock. Oh,
Buttered cabbage is so good.
Yeah.
Smells like caramel.
The butter was a little bit burnt.
Yeah, no, I saw you go, oh yeah, butter.
It'd gone brown. Right, so I've got 30 grams, which is what I've accounted for. If you wanted a little bit more, whack it in. So that's mascarpone.
The camera doesn't do it justice.
No, it's a sort of like
golden.
a golden, beigey brown. I mean, you've got the juices from the turkey in there. This will help.
What are you doing with the asparagus?
I will quickly, very quickly, boil them. Yeah, look, so I've boiled that down. You can sort of see that's gone into a thicker, creamier sauce. That's done. I don't want to do any more than that, otherwise we're going to lose it.
Oh yeah, look at the colour on that.
Yeah? So there we go. There's our turkey meatballs in a nice, light, creamy sauce. I've added dill. You can change whatever you want. You can make that herb into whatever you like. Mostly there just for colour.